So in our last section, we learned how to make truth tables to analyze the truth value of two types of statements. We had our conjunctions and our disjunctions, the and the or statements. We learned kind of rules for each of those. In this section, we're going to do the same sort of stuff, but now we're going to learn our rules for our conditional and our biconditional statements. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at a conditional. Now, if you guys remember from the last section, conditional was our symbol. It was that one-way arrow, if-then type sort of thing where you had the P and the Q, if P and then Q. So basically, the first one is going to cause the second one. And to decide the rule for this, I want to kind of look at this quick example here, where we're going to analyze the truth value. I'm not going to make an actual full-on truth table of just the conditional by itself. Let's say my first statement, P, is going to be you get an A in the class. And Q is going to be I'll buy you a car. So my statement for P and then Q would be, if you get an A, then I'll buy you a car, which sounds like a pretty good deal. So, based on the different parts right here, I want to know if I'm going to be lying or not. Because when I'm looking at the truth value of a statement, one way of thinking about it is, am I speaking the truth or am I lying to you? So, if you get an A, then I'll buy you a car. That's basically what my first one's saying. Yep, I got an A. Yep, I bought you a car. So the first part happened, I did the second part, that's true. So that part right there, if you have a conditional and both parts happen, that's fine. It's exactly what I said was going to happen. For the second line right here, let's say, okay, you got the A, but then I didn't buy you a car. So I didn't buy you a car. That's bad. I just lied to you. I told you, hey, you get an A, you get a car, and then I didn't get you one. That is false. Now let's say for the next one, okay, you know what? You didn't get an A, but I bought you a car anyway. Now, it may seem on that one like it's like, well, that's not what you said, but I didn't lie to you. I just said if you did get an A, I'd buy you a car. I didn't say anything about maybe I'd buy you a car. Maybe I was going to buy you a car anyway. Maybe I already had one sitting on the driveway waiting for you. I didn't lie there. It's kind of a weird situation, but if you didn't get the A and I still buy you a car, I didn't say anything wrong. That is true. And finally, if you don't get an A, I don't buy you a car. That's true as well. So the only time, if you're looking at this little truth table right here, the rule that you're going to kind of keep in mind for P arrow Q. So for the arrow symbol is only false when you have the if true, then false. So basically, if you see an arrow symbol and you see T arrow F, that is the only time you will put false. Any other combination of symbols, maybe we had TT or FT or something like that, you're going to put true. That's our big rule for the conditional. Okay, our second symbol for the video right here is a biconditional. And a biconditional, again, is when you have a statement that goes both ways. So you can't have one without the other. So in a situation where you need to have one and like the other right there, you can't have one without the other. If I have P, P is true. I'm not going to make up words for this one because I guess you just kind of look at the letters. If P is true, that means you have to have Q. Q has to happen because they're attached to each other. And Q is true as well. That's good. They match, so they're agreeing with each other. Again, the biconditional says if you have one, the other one automatically has to be true, and it works both ways. One means the other. So let's say, okay, we have P, but then we don't have Q. That's bad. That goes against what the double arrow is supposed to be saying there. It's supposed to say, well, you can't have one without the other. So this is not correct. This is a false statement. Same sort of thing right here with these next two. If you don't have P, you shouldn't have Q either. Or if you have Q, you should have P. So this one doesn't work out. And if you don't have one, you don't have the other for this last part, that's true. Oops. So that's going to be a true statement down here. Basically, our rule for the biconditional. So for our biconditional symbol, if they match, you put true, basically. So if you have true, if and only if true, or false, if and only if false, the statement is going to be true. So that's a little bit wordy way of putting that. Basically, they need to match to put true. that's our basic idea with our first two symbols, or our second two symbols here in this section.